Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and this is Gyruss for the Atari 2600. This version of Gyruss is very easy compared to its superior NES counterpart. It's actually very different too. This version does not contain any bosses at all, or any weird enemies or anything. It's just all standard enemies, really, just simple standard enemies can be destroyed easily in one hit. You do come across asteroids you have to dodge occasionally in this version, but you don't see it very much. It's easy to dodge. You can fool around this game and still get a very good score. Unlike in the NES version, you actually have to watch what you're doing if you want to get a good score. But this is the Atari 2600 version, which is very easy and very simple. I haven't played this version as much, and I'm already get like really high scores in it, where you fly through all the planets, and you have to destroy the aliens around there, and then you get a bonus stage. At every planet, there's power up to get to. There's only one real power to get, just gives you a double gun shot, which really just changes your rate of fire in this version. The NES version is by far, by all means, superior, because in the NES version, you actually get bosses that look like things you'd see in a Konami game. It's a game made by Konami, so I guess it makes sense. You fight Konami-style bosses like brains and jars with tentacles flowing around them. They could grab on you and destroy you, or alien egg things that launch their own their contents at you and destroys you. And also that the NES version also reflected on the fact that from years 1989 to 1999, the planet Pluto's elliptical orbit took inside of Neptune's orbit, meaning that from years 1989 to 1999, Neptune was the outermost planet and not Pluto. Pluto was inside Neptune's orbit, not Neptune's orbital line around the sun. But that was then, and that was in 1989 to 1999, and that's not going to happen again until the 22nd century. So I hope you studied Pluto in that time. If you want to study Pluto, I hope you were around in 1989 and 1999. I hope you study it then, or else you're going to have to wait till the 22nd century, and you're probably well over 100-something years old before you could get into that close sight again of Earth. I like astronomy. I mean, I've always been a big fan of astronomy. When I was a little kid, I did astronomy stuff. I always liked taking out my binoculars or telescope and looking outside the nighttime sky, spotting out planets, stars, and other anomalies, possibly time travel aspects or aliens, or other weird things in the sky that we're not supposed to know about. I wonder if the government sends stuff up there that we're not supposed to know about. You know, like things like, I don't know, there's all sorts of things they could be sending up there that we don't know about. And I said before that I dealt with people before that think the moon landings are fake. I also dealt with another person that thinks space is fake. Even the space shuttle missions are fake. I remember watching space shuttle launches. I used to watch space shuttle launches a lot when I was a kid. I enjoyed watching space shuttles. It's a shame that NASA doesn't use the space shuttle anymore. I wish they still did. Or had some kind of spacecraft to watch nowadays being launched. So I like doing that. I liked watching that. I watched Space Shuttle Endeavour get launched once in July of 2009. That was fun. It was on live TV. I enjoyed watching that. It was quite entertaining, quite fun and entertaining. And I watched a lot of other launches from YouTube. So there's a lot of space launches on YouTube you can watch as well, which are quite entertaining if you like watching rockets launch. I also like watching footage of the moon and things like that, because the moon's fun to watch too. It's fun to look at the moon. It's fun to see all the weird things that are on the moon, weird things that people left on the moon, or things that were put on the moon, not necessarily by people, made by robots, or aliens, or alien robots, or everything so that could have went to the moon and did stuff up there. And I'd like to walk on the moon. I mean, I don't like going to space. I mean, I wouldn't want to fly to space if they were offered a chance to go to space, but I would love to walk on the moon. If anyone ever offered me a chance to walk on the moon, I would totally take it. I'd definitely take going. I'd love to walk on the moon. I'd love to be a good moonwalker. Walk on the moon. A place that only 12 people have ever set foot on. And yet, almost 5 decades later, we still haven't sent anyone past Earth's orbit, really, or beyond the moon or anything like that. We haven't even sent people to the asteroid belt yet, or Mars, or all those other places you can send people to. You haven't sent anyone really that far much anymore. NASA doesn't really do much anymore, but make bumper cars, really, so yeah, but again, a lot of companies are like that. Now, even Rare, the company that's responsible for Donkey Kong Country and Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64 and Conker's Bad Fur Day, they make petty sports games now on Xbox systems. They're not necessarily bad, but it's just it's like making NASA make bumper carts. Like, why are they doing this? This is Rare. They could do more than this. They're more capable of doing stuff than this. Why don't they make any new stuff like Banjo-Kazooie or Or Conker's Bad Fur Day. Well, I think they might still make stuff like that now. I don't know. That might be outdated, but I think they still might. They might still make stuff. But then again, I heard most of their newer games weren't as good. Like the newer Banjo-Kazooie games weren't as good from what I've heard. Then again, those are only on like Xbox 360. I never had an Xbox 360. I never had an Xbox One. I never owned any Xbox systems that were made past the original Xbox. The original Xbox is the only Xbox system I ever owned. I didn't have one of those until 2015, so I'll eventually make videos of me playing games on Xbox eventually. But for now, I'm just stuck here with the Atari 2600 version of Gyruss, which kind of does get boring after a while. Unlike the NES version where it's constantly changing and the levels are always changing, the way you have in your strategy always has to be changed. The NES version is by far, as the bottom line, the NES version is by far better than this Atari 2600 version. But the Atari 2600 version probably was cool in like 1984 or whenever it came out. I heard this game also came out on the Commodore 64, according to Dave from Classic Game Room. Same guy says it's only okay to own a ROM of an emulator ROM of a game if you own a real physical disc or cartridge of the game that you're emulating. That's according to his logic. Clearly, my logic is different. You don't seriously think I actually own an actual copy of all the games to play, do you? Well, maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what any of you guys think. I don't necessarily want to know what any of you guys think. You might be thinking about a bunch of disturbing, erotic stuff that I don't want to think about. And so that's the end of my game. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.